I am convinced without a shadow of a doubt, unequivocally, that this token is going to be the next crypto pump within the Bitcoin ecosystem. This token is going to give you stocks-like gains. So if you missed out on stocks early, I'm going to explain to you guys why this token very well might deliver similar things. All that coming up now. Bruh, it's like cha-ching! Your eyes should go from pupils to dollar signs. I shouldn't see a circle in your eyes. It should be dollar signs. I should be smelling green bills. You know that smell of green bills? That actually takes away from the high frequency utility, which would have drove demand for that token to go up more often than not. What the hell, bro? That's my point. In particular, if you want that high frequency demand or utility, that's going to be like, oh shit, okay, well I gotta go buy some. Oh, I need some. Oh, I where could I get it? Because I gotta make a transaction? That's some crazy shit. So, where does that take us? Where's this rhetoric going?
Francis.Don't Uncensored.
Where's this rhetoric going? Welcome back to another video here at Francis.Don't Uncensored, where we do have tomorrow's newspapers. Today, this is also called a Smart Money channel. If you do like putting yourself ahead of the pack and getting tomorrow's newspapers today, where you need to position yourself tomorrow, you might want to consider subscribing, smash the like button, and also destroy the bell notification button if you do appreciate content like this. That is the name of the game. Where is the trend going? What's the next big thing? We got it locked. We got it loaded over here, guys. So look, this truly is the next big opportunity, in my humbled opinion, on a plethora of different reasons, okay? But we're going to really focus in on one, which is the utility. This literally is the first opportunity you have since stacks to make this type of gains. I'm not shitting y'all. Now, we've been covering the Bitcoin Layer 2 ecosystem. For those who know me by now, you guys should already know that how we believe this bull run that's going to take place in November, September, October, December, leading into 2025 of January and February, we believe it's going to be the Bitcoin ecosystem, okay? Now, we were on the Layer 2s, but I got to admit to you guys, there was one crucial mistake that, we didn't really notice at the time, although I did mention it to my guys. I'm going to share that with you guys in this video on why this particular Fractal Bitcoin is next level shit. Okay, very similar to stacks, okay, guys? So let's jump right into the computer over here, and let's go to CoinGecko. So this is a little presentation I got set up here. So when we look at these top tokens, right, these top 10 tokens, it's normally what? So we got Bitcoin, we got ETH, we got BNB, we got Solana, we got XRP, we got TON, etc., Cardano, Tron, Avalanche, it goes on and on. So it comes down to blockchain tokens, right? And you guys are probably saying, yeah, we exactly heard you with the L2s that we covered in the past, like the Merlin chains of the world, the B2 networks of the world, and all these other ones that came about. Sure, but they were missing one crucial element that we're going to get to, okay? So these are blockchains, right? And when it comes to blockchain tokens, or tokens where I like to refer to them as high-frequency utility, which means you can have utility every second of the day. So with Bitcoin, what's the utility? Someone could argue, well, obviously like store of wealth and store of value, whatever you want to call it, all these things, but you need Bitcoin to use the Bitcoin's blockchain, right? The same is true with Ethereum. You're going to need some Ethereum if you want to use that damn blockchain. And the same is true with BNB, etc. And also with XRP. As a matter of fact, it comes up to about 0.00001 XRP if you want to use that chain. Avalanche as well, 0.001575, right? And also a TON, which is roughly about 0.0055 TON. So what am I getting to? That now brings daily active demand for the token's performance, right? Because in order to use the chain, you need that token. I can't stress that enough. And, that brings us over to, Merlin chain and B2 network and all these other L2s that we've been covering. And by the way, I want to make this crystal clear. These L2s serve a purpose, and that is to solve the congestion on Bitcoin Layer 1. So there's nothing wrong with these L2s. I want to make that known, okay? That is a real problem that they're addressing, and people are utilizing these L2s, which means there's less transactions to facilitate on Bitcoin, which means SAT-VB is not going to be high, right? Because now some of that volume has gone up north as an L2. But the problem about that is, when you're talking about it from, it's not a problem, but if you're looking at it from a utility standpoint, from an investor standpoint, when you own that token, you want to see it be utilized more often than not, okay? Like those other transaction fee token blockchains or gas token blockchains. Merlin Chain, B2 Network, all these L2s, for the most part, well, I think all of them are not gas transaction fee tokens, okay? And when you have these beautiful protocols like Surf and, all these other like DEXs and all these things being built on the likes of Merlin Chain and B2 Network and any other L2 out there, guess what? They don't need Merlin Chain to facilitate transactions. They use something else like an MBTC, which then does what? That actually takes away from the high frequency utility, which would have drove demand for that token to go up more often than not. That's my point, okay? So that was one of the things that, we need to learn from moving forward as investors here and learn from, how can I make my next move better, my next investment better? And that's definitely something that needs to be underscored, right? Imagine all of these, this is their ecosystem tab, all of these other, Maggie and all these guys they were required. It was mandatory for you to actually use Merlin Chain's token to send something across to whatever, wallet A to wallet B, etc. That would have made the token price go up a heck of a lot more, okay? Now, also, B2 Network find themselves in a similar situation where that token is more so like a governance token. You could use other sort of forms of, wrapped Bitcoin, so to speak, or their representation of Bitcoin to facilitate trades. Not what you're looking for, in particular, if you want that high frequency demand or utility that's going to be like, oh shit, okay, well I gotta go buy some. Oh, I need some. Oh, I where could I get it? Because I gotta make a transaction, right? Imagine trying to send a Bitcoin on the Bitcoin's blockchain without needing Bitcoin. It's kind of counterproductive from a utility standpoint on token performance, right? So where does that take us? Where's this rhetoric going? Here's where this rhetoric is going. Once again, we're at Fractal Bitcoin. The team behind this is Unisat, okay? The leaders in the Bitcoin ecosystem space when it comes to tokens on Bitcoin, as a matter of fact. And right here, the Fractal token is called FB, and we've been covering this in our past few videos. Okay, Fractal Bitcoin, it enables transaction fees, access to nodes and services, project launchpads, layers on top of Fractal, and ecosystem stewardship. Even if they didn't mention all of this other stuff here, which is awesome, and they just said it enables transaction fees, bruh, it's like, cha-ching! Your eyes should go from pupils to dollar signs. I shouldn't see a circle in your eyes. It should be dollar signs. I should be smelling green bills. You know that smell of green bills? Yeah, that's what that sounds like and smells like to me, okay? Straight up. So this now is the first Bitcoin stack to have its own token since Stacks, STX. This is why I put on the thumbnail with that green arrow pointing to both. They're very similar in that regard, where we're having this token be utilized for transaction fees, okay? And that's very important and, different to it just being a governance token, it just being a staking token. That is cool and all, but there's nothing better than a transaction fee token that operates that protocol, that L2, or that base layer blockchain, like you just saw in the graph, what I share with you with CoinGecko. Okay, guys? So, let's take a look at Stacks right now. And Stacks does what? Stacks uses STX for gas. That's why they're up in 43. That's the main utility. And it's a real, blockchain solution. So, they got their ecosystem there. And all those other, tokens over there needs to use Stacks to facilitate the blockchain and send over exchange value. That's what it comes down to here. Now, we can look at what they launched at. It launched at least according to this date. People probably got it lower, who knows? But 0.045, that is about 36x to the current price of $1.66, okay? But the all-time high right here, that takes you all the way up to about 80x, okay? If you divide this by this, you'll get something around that. And that's aftermarket stuff. That's not even a pre-sale. That's just, if you were to get it real early, real fast, and you held on to that, well, you saw that go up to about 80-something X at the all-time high of $3.86. Okay, guys? Now, one more thing that I want to share with you guys over here is, I wonder what's going to happen when we see Fractal ecosystem coming soon. These tokens, right, and these projects and these applications that's launching on Fractal Bitcoin are going to need to have FB token to send out transactions and such. And that's music to your ears. That should be music to your ears. So another reason why I like this is not many people are really talking about this. And the people behind it is Unisat. They are the leaders, the experts in this field. 30-second blocks while still using Bitcoin Core code. What the hell, bro? That's some crazy shit. So I hope this makes sense to y'all. This launch is actually in September of 2024. So keep it loaded here to the Smart Money channel, where we do have tomorrow's newspapers today, and we're gonna, guide you guys in the right direction. And this is an unbiased opinion over here in terms of I don't got these tokens, bro. I just see value here, and I need to rush to my computer and share with you guys. So let me know if you see the same value as I do, because this has high frequency utility. It's solving a real problem that we're facing here on Bitcoin. It's backed by the most professional team in all of tokens on Bitcoin, which is Unisat. So you can't go wrong here, in my humble opinion. You let me know in the comment section, though, what do you think about the Fractal Bitcoin protocol or stack and or token being a transaction token? I freaking love it, bro. So you know what? There ain't really much left to say other than, till the next video, you're on your own. Later.